Good morning on this chilly October morning. Today, as you can see behind me, we have the digger. So my plan is to do a wee bit of ditching, just show you the process of that. I think maybe the animals are more enjoyable to watch, but I just thought as soon as we've got it in, and I've done a lot of ditching on the farm, and I'll just chuck in a few clips. You can see it's kind of, well, it really needs done on the farm, just ditching and making sure the water runs well. And we did also have quite a bit of heavy rain. That was last weekend now, and so it was a good test for all my ditching to see if to see how well it worked. So I think the digger that we've had on hire has paid its money, because it meant that the fields weren't getting flooded, etc. The water could flow easily, greater ease. Anyway, we're on the other side of the farm today. You can see the sheep over there. Maybe you can, I don't know. But here we have a ditch that runs along. So we call this field here, goes all the way up there and all the way down there. We call this the banks. Don't ask me why. It's just the name of the field. But there is, sorry, I say a lot. There we go again. There is a ditch in the middle, and so my plan is today to try and get on with it as best as I can. It actually goes along the middle here, and it actually goes up the side and all the way up to the back. So it's actually possibly the longest ditch I'm gonna have to do, and I've really kind of got today to do it. So I don't know. The reason why I want to put the ditch in is because it kind of means you can have these two fields, these two parks separate. You put up a fence in the middle. There is actually an old fence. I don't know if you can see that. There's an old fence there, but it's kind of on the deck, and so it's kind of used as one big field at the moment. But yeah, ideally it'd be good if this was two separate parks, because then you get time to give the grass can rest, and you're resting in some parks and you graze another park quite hard, and etc. So, but anyway, I'm going to jump in the digger, fuel it up, and we'll get going. So I'm just thinking it's going to be a bit of a reach, but then from that side it'll be easier. See the other side of the fence to get the ditch here. So what I'm thinking, I might just start a wee bit further up on this side, because the reason why I'm starting this side of the field with the ditch is because it's not as high, so that side's higher, so I'm going to be leaning, there's more weight suspended, etc. So I'm going to be on this side of the ditch, but it really starts from this point up. So I'll maybe do that bit, because there's another bit through there on the other side of the fence, which I'll have to do from the other side anyway. So I'll be going round, so I'm going to start up there in the middle of the ditch. Maybe that's not the best place to start. I'm not perfect at digger work, but I enjoy it, so anyway, let's get on with it. what we have here is an old culvert that runs. So there's a. So let me pan out a bit. So you can see the ditch is here, and it also continues that way. So the culvert beneath me here is blocked, and so the water is going around it. You can see here, it goes up here, that's away. A lot of the water, in fact the majority of the water, is coming around it rather than through it. So I think what I'm going to do here is just open it up. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Oh! I've just seen it. Well, I've broken it, but that's, I mean, it's gonna have to come out anyway. So here it is. You know, I mean, yes, it's a fair size. You know, it's not a bad size, but it's just, yeah, it's still too small. You know, I mean, these days as well, we seem to get kind of flash floods almost up here. Well, yeah, you know, last weekend was a good example of that. You know, you just get a huge amount of volume of water all of a sudden, and the drains, because they're small, they're Victorian, they're clay, they fill up, and also because, you know, no ditching has been done on the farm for so long, they're full of silt, you know. And yeah, and trying to take this clay pipe out without breaking it, and I mean, don't get me wrong, the craftsmanship when they put all these pipes in and when they did the stone line drains, you know, it's second to none. It really is amazing. But yeah, just got to upgrade it, replace it with a bigger plastic pipe, you know. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. I'm gonna crack on with this because it's much as just ripping and jolting in the digger. So I'll do that, and then I'll get back to you hopefully once this is nice and open. And it's cracked. I don't know if that might be me when I was taking. It's hard because I'm trying to drag the rocks across it without. If I can take it as a whole piece, I'll use it elsewhere. But you see, there was 5 pieces. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there was another one that I did break. I mean, it's very hard not to break them. They're just clay pipes, you know. They're notorious for breaking, especially with diggers, mini diggers. So I'm going to try and take them out as best as I can, piece at a time. So that's very close. If I can salvage some of them, I will. So I'll show you how clogged up it is. Oh well. Let me try and show you me taking these out. Probably breaking them, but hopefully all in one piece. Out of the 5, I got 1 perfect one, pretty much. Yep, perfect. And then I got another one with a slightly cracked. And funny enough, there were the 2 end ones. So we have this one pretty much intact, which is nice. But you can see how full of stuff they are. Yeah. Wasn't letting a lot of water through. I mean, this one is a wee bit more cracked. What I'm thinking here, because obviously this end would fit into that end, what I'm thinking here is that I'd maybe lay this end up so the water will be running along the bottom here, so that it shouldn't therefore seep through this. And actually they're both at the same side. Yeah, so I can just, if this is the top, that'll be grand. Anyway, all that fun over with. We now have the rest of the ditch to do. So we're going to crack on with this now. And just like that, it's done. So there's a lot of water here coming out, which I think is from these reeds here. But yeah, so this is fine. It's not the best ditching in the world, but it's not too bad. There's another ditch along this side of the field. So we've got all the way along here and then all the way up here, and it goes right the way over. So it's quite a stretch. But yeah, again, you can see the water's running, so it's not a dry ditch. It's, you know, it's needing done. So what I might do here is just take the wee stream here, kind of in here. So I might just clear away this wee bit here and a bit around the water here, but without taking too many of the stones away, because I don't want to disrupt the water supply. I've actually just had a thought. I might actually just make a wee pool for drinking, for the sheep to drink, because where the digger is at the moment, you can see they've kind of scraped the bank away a wee bit. You know, so they obviously come down here to get a wee drink. So maybe if I put a few stones in here just before the water, the smaller burn meets the bigger one, I can maybe collect a bit of water, and therefore it'll be a wee pool for the sheep. Because I think we only put oh, and cows. No, we have cows in here as well, so I could get, so, you know, for the sheep and cows. I'll just use some of these rocks. I found a nice stone, nice flat one. I thought it'd be quite cool if the water ran off it. Oh, like it kind of is now. Anyway, it'll hold some water. So, there you go. That's this wee bit done. I just took the ditch up to the reeds there. So yeah, I just thought, put these stones in, make a wee collection point. I even put in a wee water feature. I don't know how long it will last. I mean, like, if we get heavy rain like we did at the weekend, then it could all wash away. But it looks nice for now, so yeah, pretty happy. So the rest of today I'll spend on just clearing out the rest of the bottom of the ditch here that I didn't get to this morning. Again, all overgrown, and I'm just going to the end of the fence there. Just there-ish. Just getting in here is going to be a bit of a challenge with all these big rocks. But we'll see what we can do. So I left this bit here just because it's already kind of a dam, providing this nice pool here for the cows to just come across and get a drink. So I cleared the rest out, and I did clear out this pool here. I had to get up to the other side to do that because these big rocks were in the way. But yeah, that's it's been done. On to the next bit, and that should be us for this video, I think, unless I want to do the other bit. Anyway, on to this bit. that's a day, so that got all this ditched out. I mean, this is where I started in the morning, just here. So it's starting to pull up a wee bit over here. I just couldn't reach in with the digger, and now this morning I thought about coming along that side and just doing, you know, starting there and going all the way up, but there's just rocks around here, you see, so I couldn't really, and even there's some rocks, so I couldn't quite reach in there. Yeah, you see I don't know how well you can see that, there's some rocks just there, big rocks, so I'm still going to struggle to get into here. If I'm back with the digger doing the wee burn going up the hill over there, I might give it a shot, but otherwise, look at the size of this rock, by the way. Beauty. Otherwise, yeah, that is us for the video. I don't think digger work is maybe everyone's cup of tea, but I just thought I'd add a little bit in. I've been doing a lot of it, as you probably saw by the photos and the videos at the beginning of this video. So yeah, just because it needs doing, you know. And if we want to improve the sheep, like you can see over here, if we want to improve them and the cattle, we've got to have better grass. And if we want better grass, it kind of means getting the field sorted out, getting the drainage sorted. That's how I'm thinking about it anyway. So that is why I'm spending a lot of hours on the digger, you know, doing the ditches, putting in these pools of water, because that's another thing, we struggle for water. I think I might have mentioned this before some in one video, but yeah, we struggle for water on the farm. And then, you know, in the winter we almost have too much of it, and there's nowhere for the water to go because the ditches are too clogged up. So it's just a matter of, I mean, it's just maintenance, you know, staying on top of it, cleaning it out, make sure the water's running nicely, and there's plenty of pools for the stock, the sheep and the cattle to get a drink from. Yeah, and then obviously once you've got that sorted out, then you can focus your energy onto the grass, and maybe reseeding it, getting different variations of planting, grass in, you know, like your red clover or whatnot, you know, improving the soil as well. And so, you know, I'm kind of working from the ground up in that sense. You know, we're kind of thinking, do the drainage, then do because there's a few parks we might have to actually rip up the whole drain that runs through the middle of the field, because you know, it's so waterlogged. The cows are starting to poach it a wee bit. That will be a video, because I think that'll be a big upgrade. And there's other stuff behind the steading as well at the farm which we need to sort out, because every time we get a heavy amount of water, heavy rainfall, it just springs up through the ground, so we need to sort that out as well. So I might do a few videos on like actually putting in the pipe under the field, but what I was saying, sort out the water and get that all sorted for the animals, then you can look at the grass, because there's no point in reseeding or sowing a field and then go over it with a digger and make a mess and whatnot. So yeah, water, do the grass, and then hopefully you'll see an improvement in the sheep and the cattle, and therefore, you know, we might make a bit more money from that as well. So that's my thinking, and that's the idea. So, you know, as much fun as I have in the digger and enjoyment I get out of doing it, yeah, I'm telling myself it's for a good reason, you know. A long off goal, but yeah, you got to start somewhere. Anyway, I'm blabbering on, but thank you for watching. A wee solo video today, so hopefully the next video you'll see both Rosie and I. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.